everyone. Hi, Kevin.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Haven't seen you in a couple of weeks. You look stunning as usual.
Thank you. Not a little tan. It's the weather started to change, so I'm sure in the upcoming weeks we're gonna have a little conversation about fall care and all the rest of that good stuff for your flooring. Though today, if you see by the ticker tape, those that are tuning in live to watch us today, it's about what's new in products, what's possibly discontinued or not in the showroom anymore, and what's going on in the showroom. And Kevin is being a little bit of a sneaky sneak because we were talking about how much his cup of coffee and how much I want to join him for a cup of coffee right now. So, Kevin, I hope you enjoy your cup of coffee.
You're welcome to come to North Van anytime, Jeanette. Here, there's some nice places around here.
Oh, it's gorgeous. When I lived over there by Capilano Mall, I called it God's country because within moments you could have your toes in the water and you could be up in a mountain somewhere just enjoying the beautiful scenery. Well, today I wanted to give a little bit of a shout out to the most valuable product that is in the ethical showroom, in the ethical life. And I'm going to do a little shout out today with a happy birthday, Tanya. Happy birthday, Tanya.
Indeed. I'll spare everybody me singing. So that's very kind of you, Jeanette. I'm sure she says thank you.
Well, Kevin, as you practice every single day of your life, both in your family, your community, and your work life, it's about the people. It's about the people. And they often say in business, you don't have a business unless you have customers. I would even dial it back. You don't have a business unless you have a partner that supports you and what your dreams are, both your dreams for what you want your business to be like. So I'm going to dial it back. Tanya's a pretty special lady.
That's very kind of you. I agree. Yes. And today is her special day. And we couldn't have done any of this without her and continuing. Not just in the past, but in the present and in the future. So
absolutely.
Ethical flooring is equally her and me in the beginning, and then all of the wonderful people that, that we found along the way. So it's just every day I come here, I'm just so thankful of all of the awesome people that I get to see. And some days it's my wife too. And just a really blessed man and,
and make me cry, Kevin.
Sorry.
And it's a good tear. I'm making space for more joy. That's when I cry good tears. I'm making space for more joy to come into my life. So speaking of joy, I know it's always exciting and it's joyful moments when you get new products or you get new samples into the store, into the showroom. What is new that's been in this last, say, 6 or 7 weeks that's come into the showroom?
Yeah, it's good timing because we just did a major overhaul, or let's say update, of our hardwood offering, which is in many ways the core of our business. We do carpet, we do laminate, we do vinyl, we do marmoleum, we do cork, we do all of that. But we are at heart definitely hardwood flooring people. That's our joy and passion. So when we get a new hardwood line or we make some changes to the showroom, it's like, I say it's like Christmas for us, because, when you spend a full-time job or then some in the same place, when it changes or you get a new toy to play with, then it's always a, kind of a happy day. So, I'm actually, I've been doing this. This is my 22nd year now of being in flooring sales. Before that, I was doing labor stuff as a teenager. But I would say that bar none, we have the nicest hardwood flooring package that I've ever had in my career on offer to our clients. And I don't say that lightly. There's a lot of history and had some very awesome brands. But we just quickly, we brought on a line out of Spain called Riva, which is RIVA. And I'm currently building out the little display section for them. And as you know, Jeanette, we love our Canadian partners, no doubt. Sometimes people are going for that Euro look, and there's a couple of little differences that you'll find. Typically, you'll find longer board lengths and often fixed board lengths. So they're a set long chunky board. So that's one thing people are looking for. And then oftentimes in the Europeans, they only have what's called a two-sided bevel, which, so, along the long sides of the plank, they have the V groove or the bevel, but actually on the short end, it's a square edge. So the purpose of that is to give a long continual look. So it almost looks like it's one continual board running down the length.
That's exciting.
Yeah. So
but just to pause you just for a second, because I'm, me, I think like a consumer. So it's really going to take a well-qualified installer to make those fixed board lengths look good in a house.
Oh yeah, you got to plan out what you're doing. You can't just pull it out of the box and throw it down, right? And we, it's funny you mentioned that, because we get people applying, installers, to work for us all the time, and they'll send us Instagram links or things that they've done, and sometimes it's quite comical because they're giving it to us saying, hey, hire me, this is my good work, and we'll point out all the deficiencies that we see in the photo.
Oh my goodness.
And one of the most obvious ones is the staggering of the boards, right? Is you get stair step patterns, which you know what that is, and other times you'll get end joints that are too close together. Sometimes boards are not colored appropriately at all. You get all sorts of funny things. So your pre-planning and how you're going to tackle that type of floor is really important.
Okay. So what else have you added?
So that's on the high end side. So that's like I said, that's a European product, 100% made in Spain. It's replacing another brand that we had that, I'll just be polite and remain nameless at this point, but we got some information about sourcing and place of manufacture and stuff that we just weren't too happy with. So we went out and got a pure European product. And then the other one that we have is also a European product, comes out of Sweden, and it's called Woodura, and it's by Valenge. So Valenge is often known as innovation in click systems or locking systems for floors, and they make some of the best out there, especially if there's any geeks listening. The 5G lock with the spring clip in it from Valenge is an absolutely awesome locking floor. But they also made their own hardwood floor, and it's a very thin lamella. It's only 0.6 of a millimeter, but it's quite innovative. They've actually infused it from the bottom with, basically with acrylics and with solids to strengthen or harden the surface of the lamella. So really difficult to dent, to scratch, and it's also waterproof from anything topically. So a really neat floor, and there's actually a walnut involved in it, which so walnut is typically a Yanka hardness rating of around 1,000, right, which is quite soft. With the processes that they've done, they've actually increased it to 2,500.
Oh, so, wow.
Again, for most people, that maybe doesn't mean much, but you're taking what is a traditionally very soft wood and you're making it harder than any domestically grown tree. At 2,500, you're kind of into like the Brazilian cherry type territory in terms of hardness. So all the people that we've turned aside, because walnut, as you know, is a lovely floor. It's the
gorgeous,
most beautiful thing probably that nature made, or one of the top anyway. But because of its softness, it's not practical for a whole swath of the consumer. So now we have a hardened walnut that is also waterproof, all sustainably harvested and manufactured in Europe, has the Green Guard Gold air quality emission standards. So all of the, as you like to say, ticker boxes that we're looking for. And it comes in at a price like right in the $10 range retail.
So, wow. And there's when I was a project manager, and so many customers just gravitate to walnut. It's got its own unique pattern. It's got its own unique growth ring. It's got its own unique knot structure, linear looks to it. And so many people go, okay, I want the walnut, and you try and find an oak floor that has a walnut stain, and it just doesn't.
So many times I've been on that quest, and I'm sure you were the same, right?
Yes.
Well, what looks, you explain the softness. If you're ethical, and you're up and up on your business practices, if it's not the right home for a walnut floor, then it's your job to tell them. So even if they're throwing money at you, saying, I want this floor, and you say, no, it's not going to work. You'll be unhappy with me in 12 months.
And you keep painting all these scenarios. Do you party? Do you have people with shoes? Will you ever get a dog? How old's your kids? You know, okay, do your kids watch themselves when, you know, they get 13, 14 years old and they won't take their shoes off running up to get something out, and you're like, oh no, my kids are awesome. They always remember. And it's like, there's I've gone in as to refinish walnut floors when I was a project manager all the time. And the best thing you can do if you're dead set on walnut, A, is this new product, or B, like through the vintage line, that nice scraping that they have. So at least you have a bit of a buffer, so to speak, if something happens to your floor.
That's right. That was always a suggestion, is find some sort of texture to it. And both Mirage and Vintage have done that. And they have their excellent Duramat finish on the Mirage side. So but I'm excited about that, because, you know, I've hundreds of times I've tried to help people find walnut alternatives, and it doesn't exist, right? Like you can't turn an oak into a walnut no matter what you do to it. So and I look forward to putting it through the torture test, because, you know, me being who I am, I don't just take marketing people's word for it. I'll find out for myself. Thank you very much. So we will be seeing how it does. But so 2 great new hardwood lines out of Europe that meet all of our stringent standards that were before something enters our stores. So like I said, when I look around, we have the Mirage, we have Vintage, we have Northern Wide Plank, you know, for a lot of the Canadian made product. And then now we have these 2 additional European brands. I'm just ecstatic about what we have to offer our clients.
Okay, so we're coming up to our 10-minute time frame. So why don't we pause, and then we're going to get into next week. Maybe there's something new in the carpet line. Maybe there's something new in the vinyl plank or in laminate that you want to share with us, or marmoleum. Feel free to bring some show and tell, because I remember last time, the sample that you had 2 weeks ago, was that the product, the European product that you were?
No, that was actually a Northern Wide Plank product where they, because of all the issues getting Baltic birch plywood right now, because it comes out of the Baltic region, a lot of the manufacturers are pivoting and trying different things. So Northern Wide Plank has now gone with a 3-layer solid oak maple in the middle, and then oak as a 3rd layer on the bottom. Beautiful looking product, and just kind of a sign of the ingenuity that is in our industry, and especially even when people have to pivot. You know, people have been using Baltic birch plywood for high-end engineered hardwood floors forever, right? And now all of a sudden you can't get it. So what do? It's like being Toyota, and all of a sudden you can't buy engines anymore. It's a big deal. So, but everybody is making the changes they need to, and you know, we're able to supply. We're able to supply everybody with their needs and reasonable time frame too. So that's a bonus.
Sounds great. So let's continue our conversation. See, I'm already excited for next Wednesday to learn what else is going on in the showroom in the way of new samples. So Kevin, thank you so much again. Give an extra little hug to Miss Tanya tonight. And I'm sure you'll be singing happy birthday in private with your family tonight.
I won't do it here. The screen might crack.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in or watching on the replay. We truly appreciate you tuning in for Fast Facts and Features with me, the brand ambassador for Ethical Flooring. Bye-bye, everybody.
Take care. Bye.